Welcome back to First Things First. Now joined by Celtics Center and friend of the show, Enes Kanter. Enes, good morning. Thanks for hanging out with us today. A happy belated birthday, we should mention. I'm sure you weren't able to celebrate. Getting old. Well, I'm not, but a lot of people are. Hey, how you been staying busy the last couple weeks and months? How hard has training been, knowing that the season could it could be here right around the corner?
Just because we still don't know if this isn't going to continue or not, we're still trying to do our best to just stay in shape. So we actually have this virtual workouts with the Celtics. We get on the call with the strength coach, and we literally just do push-ups and sit-ups, and I see some of the players doing workouts and with suitcases because they don't have the tools to work out. I'm like, that is going to bring us a championship. That's a championship mentality. So we really literally try to do everything to stay in shape.
Love it. Oh, I love it.
Enes, they floated a lot of different potential playoff proposals. The two most likely are the regular playoffs, 1 versus 8 in the East, 1 versus 8 in the West. The other one is reseeding 1 through 16. An odd quirk of it, either way, the Celtics would be playing the Sixers in the first round, whether it was the old or the new playoff format. What are some of the strengths and weaknesses of that matchup for you guys?
I think obviously our big rival is the Sixers from the years and years. But I think it's a good matchup for us. If you look at what happened during the season, they beat us, we beat them. I think it's a really good matchup for us. And I believe my team, man. I think we can go out. I feel like we have enough guys to go out there and win a championship. I feel like we can beat every team on every floor, but we just got to go out there and just be ready, stay in shape, and just go out there and have fun.
Enes, games are going to have no fans. You're a guy who thrives off the enthusiasm of the crowd. I think LeBron had a quote where he was saying that he also thrives off the visiting team to wanting to quiet them down. How are you going to motivate yourself, or how do you think the flow of the game is going to change with a silent arena?
Listen, I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, but I watched WrestleMania, and it was one of the most awkward and one of the most weirdest segment I ever watched. But I think, I feel like all basketball players just itching to go out there and play basketball. I feel like we can just take anything right now. Only thing we got to hear is just the basketball bouncing. But I think that it's going to be fine. I'll take anything right now if you're asking me.
Well, that's interesting. So I'm curious if you've spoken to not just your teammates, but other players around the league.
Yep.
What do they want to see a playoff format look like when you come back? What do the players seem as a general consensus to be what they think would be the best option for you guys?
First, I'll tell you this. I talked to my team, and they all want to go out there and play. But I'm hearing that some of the players out there in other teams that they do not want to play because they are scared. They're saying, I don't want to put my life on risk and just go out there and play a game. And I was shocked by that. I was seriously shocked by that. But I think if you ask my team, both ways we're going to play against the Sixers. And we feel so confident about it. We're just going to go out there and just do what we do best and go compete.
Let's assume the season does resume. I've heard very differing points of view on what types of teams or players will most benefit or most be hurt by the layoff. I've heard people say, well, the veteran teams should be in better position because they have a system. They know how to keep their bodies in shape. And some people have said the exact opposite, that the younger guys are always good to go. I've heard people say shooting never leaves you. And I've heard people say everyone's shot's going to be off. As a player yourself, what are some of the things that you think will click back into gear immediately or soon to be? And what are some things that you think are going to show the most rust?
If a player is saying that they're in game shape, they're lying, because game shape is a different type of shape. It doesn't matter how much you run, how much you do do any activities. You cannot be in game shape unless you play a game. So I think if you ask my game was always just play physical, rebound, and play post-up game, back to basket. So I don't think I'm going to be struggled that much because the Celtics was doing an amazing job keeping our focus physically and mentally right. So I feel like we always just got to go out there and just play hard, play smart, and have fun with it.
home court advantage, Enes, trying to figure out what this is like. Is it going to feel more like your home court because you're there all the time and you're living there, or is it going to feel like an away game because it's not your home court? And how is that going to determine the flow of a series? We're so used to, hey, we'll just win our home games and we can power through. How do you think a neutral court affects the flow of a playoff series?
I think it's going to be fair because it's going to feel like something like it never felt before. It's not going to feel like home court. It's not going to feel like we're on the road. So I think just because they're going to do it in one or two location, I feel like it's fair to say the both team has the same thing, you know. But I think it's going to be very interesting because NBA or never faced anything like that before. So I feel like we just need to. I feel like whichever team get used to it the most is going to have the most benefits.
Hey, Enes, I want to ask you a very important question here. Rob Gronkowski's resume reads like this: football, wrestling, football. You have mentioned that after the NBA, you would definitely dip your toes into the WWE. I know you're going back into the NBA with the season starting soon, but any updates on that? You know, I know you've been watching, but what about as a career move?
Oh, you're talking about the wrestling, right? So, like, I'm already in touch with Paul Heyman. I remember last time I saw Triple H, he told me to keep my number in his phone. And so, like, it's gonna be fun, man, because I feel like this is my life, you know, trolling, going out there, trash talking to people, get on people's face. So I think it's gonna be fun. And I'm like, I even told Paul, like Paul said, hey, let's go out there and do it right now. I'm like, dude, you got to give me at least 4 or 5 more years to just finish my basketball career. That I am all yours. I'm all a human guy. And he was just so excited.
Well, and I can say this because Enes and I are now close personal friends. As the video just showed, not shockingly, Enes didn't have a lot of trouble getting the title. Had immense trouble defending the title, though, as he was pinned immediately. I think you were the shortest 24/7 champion ever. Gronk still has the 24/7 belt. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, yeah, I did say I would be your tag team partner. When both of us retire, Enes, I feel like it could work out.
What about the hair?
What about the hair?
What about the hair?
What's wrong with the hair?
It looks so funny. Yeah, that looks so funny. I love it.
So in 5 years, you and me tag team partner, like a big little situation?
Let's do it. Turkish Delight.
Okay, there we go. Turkish Delight. Oh, I like it.
Tag team name.
Okay. Yeah,
pretty good.
Go ahead, Wildes.
Nick, just to keep the focus on you, Enes, earlier in the show, we did a little predictions if it was straight seeds, and Nick has got you beating the Sixers, but losing to the Bucks. What do you need to do to get past Giannis?
Listen,
Nick's thing, not mine.
Nick, I hope you still keep keeping that jersey that I gave it to you. I hope you didn't burn that. But
no,
hey, I believe that we're gonna pass the Sixers for sure. But I'm like the Bucks is gonna be a tough matchup. But I think we have enough guys to just guard Giannis and the whole Bucks, man. Because if you look at what happened during the season, they got us, we got them. So it's gonna be a fun matchup on the Eastern Finals, I believe.
Well, I do have to mention this very quickly. Noted, go ahead, Nick.
I was just going to say, under the new format, I do have you beating the Clippers. So I do give you credit that if it's the new format, I have you beating the Clippers, but I think the Bucks can get you either way. Go ahead, Jenna. I apologize.
Well, I was going to say, under our new format, Nick hasn't had a haircut in 3 months. I know that before we were making fun of his lack of hair. Now I give you carte blanche quickly with a few seconds left to make fun of the current situation on top of his head. So go ahead and use up your last couple seconds here with that, because it's worth it.
And listen, I actually just cut my own hair yesterday, just for this show. I wear a hat. I just didn't want Nick to get jealous, but it's actually looking pretty good.
You know what?
Look at that.
Enes, I'm now rooting for the Sixers. We'll see you next time.
Let's all do. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.